Okay, guys. Okay, girls. Okay, people. Alrighty then. 750 subs. Thanks again so much for everyone. Like, comment, sub, equal squat. What? That's a weird comment. 15 minutes ago. Equal squat. Nice. So, hope you guys like the background for the show today. As always, please like, comment, sub, and let's get to some astrology for men. Oh, we were taking a look at Nvidia. Just taking a look at Nancy Pelosi out trading everyone. Look at that. I think Nancy Pelosi bought, I think it was here, yeah. November, yep. Nancy Pelosi's up almost 10x. Laughing at the Jeets of Solana making their 20% gains. So it's been a little since we talked. I gotta get that on the other screen, that's why that keeps happening. I'm just making sure my avatar's like talking to you guys and not like, I should probably have this on the other screen too. I don't know what I'm doing, I'm not organized tonight. But we're on here, we're live. It's been a couple minutes of me jibba-jabbing, so I usually like to get started on these pretty quickly because I just, yeah, I don't know, sitting around quietly and having that like this stream is starting screen, I'm just not into that. I guess I could start doing that though. I just don't know if there's enough people that really want to sit there for 5 minutes until I start rambling, but either way, let's get started. Not financial advice. We're doing astrology for men. So yeah, just take everything with a grain of salt. It is crypto after all. Don't invest your rent money. But if you're willing to risk a little bit, this is a risk-worthy place to be. Crypto is good. Stocks have been trading, as you can see, like crypto, so they're pretty good too. Apple, look at this daily. It's like the biggest daily I think it's had in a long time. Yeah, the biggest daily it's had in a very long time. 8%, and it probably from wick to wick like 15% move. Which you can see it's a move off of this. Oh, did we actually mark that out too? I think we marked that out too. Netflix all-time highs, like about to break out. Tesla's the one I think we were talking about a rotation. But anyways, guys, let's get on to some of the bigger time frame stuff. So like VIX, we were looking at this. We're still kind of in this lower bound range. I think it's within the green boundary, because again, it's like you can see you don't want to cross above this trend line that's happening here. So yeah, I mean, as long as we're under that, pretty okay. So yeah, keeping an eye on the VIX for sure. Dollar is, oops, I'm still on the wrong tool. Still pushing up against this resistance here. So that's the yellow. We don't really want to see it go above yellow to make its way to red. So hopefully we're going to see a rejection here on this 105.7 level. And like to see it move under that 104.98. Basically move under 105, we're happy. Sorry, just had to grab water. Let's get started here. Let's look at some crypto. Check Gary Network. Yeah, we can check it out. Disclosure Crypto. I think I had that one added. Oh yeah, there it is. Jesus, that's on a weekly though. I remember us talking about this. I thought I left some. Oh yeah, I've left some lines here. As you can see, I just didn't see them because it was so scrunched. Yeah, so it's making what looks like a 2B. So look for... I would look for a bounce around here. Possibly even just a little... It might wick lower, but... I think this is kind of where you look for an entry on Gary. Look for an entry down here at just under 1 cent. 0.00963. That's pretty crazy though, because this thing was up at $1.50. Wow, that's crazy. It might almost be worth aping just like a couple bucks into this just to see if that does 150x. Your couple bucks could be pretty happy. 10 bucks in there, make you 1,500. Anyways, yeah, I mean, look for a bounce there, and it's a little more interesting above 5 cents and 8.5 cents. Kind of more interested in seeing it recover those. You can see our resistance line is coming down under 3 cents there, so. But yeah, that's on a weekly. Daily, let's have a look. Yeah, so I had a bounce here recently in October with like the rest of crypto. It looks like it went early, so almost seems like this might make a move early. Is this AI? Check their web or Twitter. I don't... Let me see if I can pull that up. Gary. Oh, okay. And it's on OKX. Alright, alright. So this is Gary, the world's largest Web3 audio and video live streaming platform. Top 8 gross. Okay. Top 8. I can't give you the top 8 grossing app on the Play Store. I'm not sure what this is. You definitely check out the white paper and whatnot. I don't know. All I look at is really the TA. You know what I mean? Stop.
You said I could.
I know, but enough.
No.
Yeah, there we go. I checked it out. Hopefully that gave you some insights. This is crazy though. Like, when did this dump? July 4th of July 22. So that was Luna. It was attached to Luna, I'm guessing, or maybe Celsius. There's, yeah. It's on my screen. I don't know what it was attached to, but it dropped like a rock. So let's get back to the show. Now that I looked at your Gary Network Disclosure Crypto. So let's look at the closer time frame we had on USDT.D looking for the bullish scenario, which was going down. And it looks like it's actually making its way up. So we could see it move up to the 5.25% before it corrects. Yeah, I mean, it made some resistance here, but I think that might be the next point for it to tag. It could potentially move down from here as well. And let's see BTC dominance. We were looking for a push down, and it just keeps wedging. Let's get rid of that one. Let's get rid of that one. But that's kind of what we're looking for it to do. It's either going up or down from here. One or the other. That one's going to be red. It's either break up or break down from here. And that looks about nice. 50% down, 60% up, about 5% move either way. On the BTC dominance. So yeah, just keeping an eye on that. BTC, let's see where we're at now. Oops. So where are we at? What were we talking about last? Okay, so we were just starting to enter this, but see how we rejected here off of the 67.1 there, and then bounced down lower. Yeah, it looks like we bounced right off that liquidity right there. Straight from here. So bounce off that liquidity from there, and now we're kind of in this range, I believe, between the 67.1 and the 64 range. It'd be ideal to see this above 65.1. I think that's kind of where we're bullish still. But we're just kind of cautious around this 65.1 level. Where else does that have liquidity from? 65.1, 65.1. Yeah, right around there. So yeah, it'd be nice if it broke through 65.3. See, there's a lot of touch points there too. 64.9. 65.3, 65.1 to 65.4 kind of range is really good for touch points, and I think just once it really pushes through that, we can see a lot of upside movement. Let's get this down to the 4 hour and see what happened here recently. We had a massive push up, push down, push up, push down. This was Wednesday, so this was the CPI print, and then Fed comes out, and then we had some more Darth Mauling and more Darth Mauling, and I think this is kind of the nature of it right now, is it's just going to chop people to bits, and then eventually it's going to move up into this box again and push past through it very quickly, like it always does. And once it's done that, I think it's really going to slice through a lot of resistance here on the next one. And that might be the push that really gets us through. But yeah, we really want to see that 67 recover. Otherwise, we might be due for more downside if we lose this 64 level. 62, 61 is kind of the next zone that I'm looking at. And could be all the way down to 60, potentially 59.6 would be the kind of last sort of leg, I believe. Let's actually put a marker right there, just to see that inverted head and shoulders structure, as we can see here, play out. Maybe it's coming down into this. Maybe that's what has to happen, but not necessarily. Don't like just plan around that, because I think it's chopping people right now. So it could go down a little bit and be like, oh yeah, it's gonna go down further, and then just rock it up from there. And that's where it's gonna chop the shorters out. But it could do the same thing to the upside. It could do another fake out and chop around before it continues on up. You know, like it doesn't have to do perfect movements. Look at this one. Right? Look at this. And then it just rockets. But this is a nice play, right? We can see that. Either way. Definitely keeping an eye on BTC, because I'm thinking it's due to move up again. Just like it moved up in this. You know, now we're on a correction. So wait for it to break out of that correction and you're happy. So really just watch this, I would say. You know, continue, like I said, trending down into this and go up. Or, you know, it could do anything it wants to, because it's Bitcoin, bitch. Yeah, there was a couple good headlines actually around Bitcoin. I don't know if I reposted them. This was CL posted up only. But it was a troll, right? Most retarded drawing, blah, 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 blah. So, yeah, I mean, I did see there was something to do with the Winklevosses. I seen it on here. Here it is. So, Tyler and Cameron, I think it is. No. Yeah, Cameron. Yeah. So they donated $2 million together to Trump to promote the pro-crypto in the presidency campaign, which is pretty crazy. I'm not gonna lie. And I mean, we got a lot of oh yeah, this is a bull chart. This is a bull chart. Look, it goes up. Here's the non-inverted. Like, are you still bearish? Are you still bearish? Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of bears on the timeline, for sure. For sure. There is bears on the timeline. But I would say that things definitely look more bullish than bearish right now. I don't know where that I had wow, that looks like a rug. I had a post going on, but yeah. It was like a Bitcoin magazine article, I think. But yeah, let's not scroll anymore. Let's just get back to Bitcoin. Let's get back to the Bitcoin. Whoa, get rid of that. So yeah, full moon also. Let's actually throw that on the chart. Moon phases, lunar cycle. flux algo? No. Let's try the ones that I have. They might work. Moon phases here. That's the one we want. Can get rid of this one. That's the one we want. Okay, so yeah, we can see here. Look at this. Full moon, chart goes up. New moon, chart goes down.
Waxing and waning.
But also we've seen after new moon goes down, but then comes up. Very interesting. And we've also seen after a full moon, a dump. It's just velocity, really, right? A dump. A pump. A dump. A huge pump. That was a full moon. Look at this one. A huge pump. And it continued in the new moon. That's a big dump. This was kind of a pump. Look at this pump. Wow. And then new moon, and it didn't really dump, it just went sideways. And then pump again. Pumpa, pumpa, pumpa. So, yeah, I mean, look at this sideways action, though. Did we ever think we'd be here this long? Look at this. Chops again. It's just gonna chops again, chops again, chops again, chops again, chops again, chop, 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 chop. And we've seen this exact sort of thing play out on the baked chart. It's the same fractal on a different time. So yeah, I don't know. There's a pump and then a dump, pump and then a dump. I don't know. It's tough to say. I think it's either chop sideways or up. Full moon. But more, I would put more weight on the up full moon. Just because of where we are right now. This is actually a stronger place than most people let out to believe. So yeah. Let's keep the moon phases on there, and I want to take a look at ETH, BTC, and see what's going on here. Now, of course, this has nothing to do with the lunar cycle. This pump here was the ETF news. But this is good. Look, we were looking at this last time. Was it on a daily? I don't remember. But yeah, it broke this trend. And it looks like it's good for upside. And we're looking at this area now. Around the 0.58 to break and move up. And once we've broken the 6.1, it's really up. So yeah, ETH I think looking really primed for this full moon. And now we have this new minor trend as well to break through. We'll see kind of what happens with that. I think the news is still, people are still kind of waiting on news stuff. Is this our ETH chart? There's our ETH chart. I was like, we got levels. Where's our levels? There we go. Here we go. Here we go. That looks better. That looks better. Yeah, so we had a couple projections laid out here for ETH. Let's check that out on a 4 hour. I think we were on a lower time frame. Yeah, so I was talking about a retracement down to here, and we had that. And then we went back up, and then we had this. We're having this moment here. We're having this. It's just a little bit bigger, more velocity to it than I anticipated. And then I think from around here where I was drawing, we move up and past that 3635, and we're gas. We're gas. So we'll get rid of that because we moved up already. That was the key. That was the key. I was telling you guys the key. It's a key. So yeah, a little pump, little dump. This one, we had a little pump, kind of sideways, chop action. So yeah, I mean, keep an eye on that new moon, keep an eye on that new moon. Sol's taking a beating. But we're still above this, so I think we're still bulla above this line that we have marked. It's ideal that we do not lose this line. But if we do, I think this is the maximum right here. It might wick down there and then it should go back up. So let's have a little trend line on this. That's the more recent trend. This is going to be the far trend. So we kind of gotta break those. Go from there. So Sol ETH, of course, is going to look the same as Sol BTC because it took a big hit here with the ETF news. Sol BNB, same sort of deal. We're chilling down here on this level. All of these looking like big bull flags. Right? That's a huge ass bull flag. It's the trend that started from December 2022 and ended December 2023. A whole year. And now we're in a bull flag for half a year. And I think once this breaks, you know, same thing for all of these. Sol could really move up from there. Where's our Sol chart? There's our Sol chart. So that's where we were wanting to hold some points of resistance that we were marking out. Or sorry, support. So now, I mean, this could be dangerous for Solana. Being too much underneath here. But if we do look at the more recent trend, that's kind of it right there. So we had one wick down right here. But is that enough to tell us anything? Who knows? It is tough to say. That's what we were anticipating, but it didn't happen. We had a massive sell-off, sideways, pump off that new moon, dump off that full moon, big dump off that new moon, pretty okay pump and then dump off that. New moon was a big pump. Full moon was a big pump. New moon sideways, full moon pump. New moon sideways, full moon sideways down. New moon pump? That's interesting for Solana. But I think the capitulation, the amount of selling that we're seeing on Solana, I think it's destined for a little pump. Maybe that's it. Yep, right there. So the trend from here, signifying this trend. Let's get rid of these because they're broken now. And let's keep an eye on this trend. Get some of this old stuff off here just to clean it up. We know it all worked back there, so like there's no need to worry about it anymore. So that's a huge wedge forming up here. Huge wedge forming up here for Solana. Let's get rid of these because it deviated. Bounced off. We actually have a line at 127.18. So bounced off that. It's resting in between that and the 135 that we have marked out. Well, really between 140 and 127. I would say is kind of where we're going to be resting. But it should ideally push up against this line until it meets this more near-term resistance. So something like this, maybe. That's all the way into August though. I don't know if it takes that long, right? Like it could bounce down here right away. It could do something like this easily. Be up in the 170 range by mid-July. I think we're looking good still for Solana. Let's check out BNB. So we were looking for some basing on top of here and then move up. We got actually a basing underneath. Now this could end up being just a deviation and then it does that. Otherwise we could be back in this, you know what I mean, until we move on up or move on down. Although down seems farther than up right now, just where things are. But it's not out of the picture. I don't know, like, they got this election year thing, and seasonality's coming up eventually here. I know summer just started, but at the end of the day, people are going to front run, and I think the front runners are going to front run the front runners. It's going to be like a big front running pack of fronting people. And I think it's going to be a huge front run here, actually, where a lot of people think it's going to go sideways or down more, but the front runners are going to come in and push the price up higher than people are comfortable in allowing other people to get in front of them, and that's going to start a cascade upwards. Again, you know, I might be totally wrong, but this is at least the sentiment read that I'm getting. Total 2 is actually looking pretty nice. It's still in a, like, that's actually really nice right here. If we look at it right on a 4-hour time frame, we're starting to create that inverted head and shoulders pattern. It could play out quite nicely to the upside from here. I'm gonna leave this on here just to see, because every once in a while it's nice, it's fun to try that stuff. Sui, we were hoping for a push here, but it didn't happen. So kick the ball down the field, essentially. Let's see if that's it. If that's the winner this time. Let's see. Looks like pretty hot trash. DYM. I still have some of this stuff staked, and I'm like, I forgot all about it. This thing was at $8, man. I sold a bunch up here. $7, $8, I think. They gave me a bunch and I sold a bunch. You know, we bought GME with that. It was crazy. Let's look at some of those, because they're down tremendously. And look, we had this projected actually from here, that it's either we're moving up and back into the zone or back down. And if we move down here, I was like, potentially down to the dollar. on whiff, but I think we're holding pretty strong right around this $2 mark. Let's see if it can hold sort of this last line of defense here and go back up, then that's ideal for sure. Otherwise, we're going down here to the dollar mark. And that would be a huge pickup around the dollar mark, I think. I think people would do really well picking up whiff around $1 in... Look at this. Analyst sets $1 target. See, I think that right there just tells you it's probably going to go up. Full moon, up. Okay. Let's take a look at Bonk. Bonk hit our stops a while ago. Bonk hit stops up here. So we can get rid of that trade. It ended at a 1R. It ended at 1R on stops, which is nice. It's actually pretty nice. The cool thing is now you get another chance. Because, like, look at that. It's like low, high, higher low, higher high. Higher low, not a higher high. But it couldn't still make a higher low and continue up from there. It's possible. This guy as well hit our stops. This was a much smaller one, I think. 0.5. So this was a 0.5 stop. That's okay. It's okay. We'll get another chance at that. We get another chance at these. That's what's great about stop loss is you get another chance now. You get a free chance, essentially. If you did a 1R, you get now one free trade. It's like a free ticket. Mind you, some of our other trades didn't make it, so maybe you take it off that. Doge, Pepe. Big flags. Just wait for him to break. Everything's flagging up, right? So, like, just wait for some flags to break. We'll be chilling. Shib. Wow, that one. See, look at that. Crazy dump. It's still just flagging out. Extend your flag. But when they run, trust me, and it looks like it's lining up for kind of that end of summer. You know what I mean? Like, these are coming together, and it's a front run. I think it's going to be a front run. I think it's going to be a front run. Schlurf looking really rough. We're way under here. We're way under here with Slurf. And they launched their NFTs and stuff. I don't even want to look at Hobbs or Pups. They're both really far down. GME. I think this top one. Yeah, this is the one we're looking at. GME, I think, is looking to rotate. But it's all together, right? So right now the rest of the market's not looking so hot, so same thing's gonna be happening with something like this. Yeah, we extend that now. Same thing's gonna happen with stuff like GME. You know, when the rest of the market's not looking so hot, it's not gonna look so hot. But just wait for the market to come back and things will go crazy. Turbo, interestingly enough, is going turbo. So that's interesting. That's breaking out. It's looking to recover. I think turbo, you get above this 0.68, 0.00689, and it's gonna pump pretty good, I think, out of that. Baked, big correction on baked. What were we looking at last time? Looks like it didn't hold that. That line looks way off anyways. So let's look at this on a 4-hour. So we can see the trend shifted here when it lost this. And then it comes up and bounces off the trend line. This is the moving average line. So yeah, we want to see, like all other things we look at, probably recovery of this. And that's going to happen as we push up here. Push against this trend line coming down. So everything looks like it could really move up from here. A lot of these charts look pretty similar, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, a lot of similarities we notice. AI, I think, taking a tumble. Look at that, following exactly what we said. Oops. It's like either up or down, right? 50% chance. Same thing here. Got the reject. It almost folded to the T. Some people front runners. And it come down right to here. Is what I was saying. But we're holding on this stuff right here. That's where it's holding right now. So basically from the origin of the move up, come back to the origin. WorldCoin, huge flag. Back to the origin of the move almost. Yep. Everything full retraced that big pump we had. That's altcoins, that is. That did not do so good. We thought Fetch was going for the BART play. It did not go for the BART play and it broke down instead. But we can see how nicely that worked, right? Underside retest. It breaks through, underside retest, and then it just goes. It really goes. New moon goes. Yeah, I mean, things are interesting right now for sure. Markets are open again. Let's have a look what's going on just on a lower time frame here. So for my time, okay, close was around here. Oh no, was it? Close was around here somewhere. So it rallied up into the close. So it could actually make a push. We could see a push. Anyways, I've been rambling for 43 minutes. I think I'm going to cut it for this one. I hope I covered some things for you guys. And I hope you're paying attention to the things that matter to you most. Again, I will point you towards the Casonomics.com cash blog. You want to learn the truth about money, the fractal truth of markets, the footprint of bias, the message over the messenger. I mean, all of these teachings are here. You can just click on them. I didn't pay anything to get access to this, and it will teach you the truth about money. It will teach you who we're in the markets against and why they like to rinse us for everything we got. So the best way to be protected is to be learned. You need to do the research and figure it out and understand how the system works so that you're not going to be the prey. You want to be the predator. So check out Casonomics. It is by far the best information I found on this online anywhere. And yeah, for this one, it's Andy's Crypto Talk. Please like, comment, sub, and join the Telegram. Links will be in the description. We will catch you guys in the next one.